Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs podcast? Welcome to the Chiefs Blitz podcast, brought to you by ChiefsBlitz.com, your top source for Chiefs news. Our podcast is produced by Bowtie Sports and hosted by Nick Athan, Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, Hense Todd, and special contributor, Fox 4 sports reporter and anchor, Harold Kuntz. Please like and subscribe to our show. Now let's talk Kansas City Chiefs football.
That's right, gang. We are back and better than ever. That's right. 3 across. Coach Dre, Hense Todd. We're here today. We had first day of the combine yesterday. If you didn't already notice when you clicked in, this is the Chiefs Blitz podcast. So if you're in the wrong place, stick around anyway. It'll probably be a lot of fun. So
three the hard way.
That's right. As always, we are brought to you by our friends at Underdog Fantasy Sports. And if I'm looking at the app properly, there are plenty of propositions that go along with this here combine. So you can have even more fun watching the combine and actually have any fun at all. Watching a bunch of guys in shorts run around and jump around, and you can make your selections based on their athletic prowess and their ability to jump high, run fast, and everything else, lift some weights. So, yeah, gentlemen, we're here. 3 across the board. The combine, the field drill started yesterday.
Right.
And out of the blue, the Buckeye Invitational track meet broke out. Because, as you've heard me in the past refer to the Cincinnati Bengals wide receivers as the Avengers, I think we have a new group of Avengers, my friends.
Oh.
These Ohio State defensive players are just putting on a show in Indianapolis. And as a wise man once said, it's always sunny in Indianapolis. So there you go.
I'll tell you that.
There's a lot that cracked off at the combine. We're going to get right into that. But it was
always sunny. Always sunny.
There you have it.
Happen as well.
So some league news coming out. We've been talking. They had put out numbers, and there was a range that the salary cap was going to be. But according to Rap Sheet, the NFL has informed its clubs in a memo that the salary cap number for 26 is $301.2 million per club, and that's up $22 million from last year. So it was right in that range that they had put out. But now it's official. You know exactly what the number is, and all these teams are going to have to act accordingly. The Chiefs are sitting there creating more and more cap space. Still have to get under. They're probably about 4 or 5 million over right now, or close to that. So there'll be some more moves coming. Hopefully, some those conversions that Brett was speaking about earlier in the week. Or perhaps somebody or somebody's get cut, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I think the cut candidate need to be Terminator Drew Tranquil. You know what I mean? You got you know what I mean? You got Bossa out there, you know, you got the guys that you want to, keep, but
Drew's number's not that big though. That's I hear you.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think they can trade him. They probably can trade Jawan Taylor, you know what I mean? Somebody probably can get a 4th or a 6th round pick for him. You know what I mean? You don't got that many picks as well.
Right.
So
well, the problem is in terms of the trade, they still have to get under the cap, before any of that stuff can really happen. So, and if his number is the one that they're banking on using, then that trade's going to be harder. But if there's a market out there, and I'm sure a lot of that was floated around the streets of Indianapolis during the course of this week, that, hey, if he was available, just trying to get a sense of what his market might be, then they could pull it off and get it done. So it would be interesting, because I'm sure he does have some value, and maybe not quite at that number though, because if you trade him, then they also would have to work out a long-term deal, an extension to lower that cap number for this year. So, a lot of moving parts, and Brett Veach is at the controls to get it done.
Yeah. So next, go ahead, Luke.
All right. So now there was some sort of vote maybe about a week ago or whatever, where the league wasn't going to publish these particular report cards, if you would. But everybody knew at that point that at some point it was going to get leaked. You really can't do this, in a league of, I don't know, 2,000 players or whatever it is, close to 1,600 players, and this wasn't going to get out. So according to our own Harold Kuntz, the Chiefs report card, high grades for home game field, nutritionist and dietitian, Coach Reed. Now, this is something new. I think they added the coaches in there, the coordinators. Mm-hmm. So this was different this year. So Spags, the GM, the strength coaches are also high. Locker room and team travel, not so much. The facility also getting low grades. Obviously, the locker room, the training facility. So I think that was a big portion of the new deal in Kansas, is also getting new facilities. So not a good look for the owner in that case, because that's just money out of his pocket that it would take to do these upgrades.
He got a C+.
Right. But I'm saying the other pieces in terms of the locker room and stuff like that, that's money that he would have to spend to upgrade that stuff.
But why even post this shit? Like, I don't understand why do teams, why they post this shit? Like, it gives the organization a bad name, though. Just keep that shit in house.
Well, there's really no other way to hold them accountable, right? So I mean, the owners really don't have, I mean, they can do whatever they want, basically. And it's amazing how much fans side with the owners a lot of times when players are trying to get more money. And I guess I don't understand that. I'm always looking, the players, you get as much as you can, as fast as you can, in my mind.
Yeah, man.
But I guess to that point, Coach, I think it's more of a, holding them accountable. I mean,
it's like you drafting players. They come here and see the whole background, see the history of the organization. Like, I'm not going here. My locker room sucks. I'm not going here. Their nutrition sucks, man. I'm not going here. So it's kind of like,
well, that would come up in free agency for sure. I mean, in terms of like, you get drafted, you're kind of stuck. I mean, you're not going anywhere else. So
I get it too, the draft too. It's just as a player, if I'm looking at it, I'm checking the facts. Like, nope. Well, sure. Oh, strength and conditioning? Hell no. Nah.
Well, the other pieces in terms of the players, Coach, they all talk to one another. Yeah, they've all either played together in college, played against each other. They kind of friendly situation in most cases. They know in certain places where kind of the weak spots are. So, right. I would think that in free agency, some of that stuff is going to factor into it. I would think.
Well, in 4 years, we won't have to worry about none of this mess in 4 years because they going across the border, baby.
Oh yes, the Taj Mahal of the league. It is going to be glorious.
While all that was going on social media and the combine every day, one man was taking a nightcap. What do y'all thought about that? They caught the coach for the Jets, and the Jets fans are outrageous. They said they want him fired. They want him. They said, "How can we get scouts and stuff like that, and you out here sleep on the job?"
Maybe it was a certain part of the combine he wasn't interested in. It ain't my fault. He's human. Hey, he was like, they doing these cone drills. Take a good rest. Maybe he was praying. We don't know that what was going on in that man's head. We don't.
I don't think he was praying, man. I think he was, praying for more sleep hours. But other than that, man,
well, they do a lot of interviews late into the night. Maybe he was out, meeting with his coaches at one of the local establishments. Had a few too many, and it got away from him a little bit.
There it is, maybe. Hey,
that's a long week.
That's a lot
of sleep.
Exactly, especially for these coaches, man. Y'all don't understand the hard work goes behind the scenes, man. He was like, "Damn,
that's the one thing is with Coach Reed not being there, I haven't seen anything where they panned over to like where the Chiefs coaches are, or outside of Brett being like at the podium. You really haven't seen the Chiefs coach, because typically they'll pan over to show Coach Reed. But so if Spags is there, if Dave Merritt's there, or Tobe, or any of those guys, we haven't seen them on camera. At least I haven't. So that's been unusual for me.
Right.
Yeah, but a lot of Jets fans said they want them out the building.
Would you want them out the building, sir? If you was a Jet fan,
I'm sure there's a lot of other reasons there. This is just kind of like an icing on the cake.
There you go.
I know flying from New York probably is a long distance to Indianapolis. I don't know for sure. I don't have the American Airlines.
It's about 1,000 miles, I would say.
Yes.
It's not that far in a plane.
If I was a Jets fan, I wouldn't be upset at all. He's just tired. He's human.
Well, that was yesterday. They've been there since Monday because players started arriving Sunday night. So I mean, it's been a long week, and they're just getting to the on-field stuff. So
man, ease up off the coach. Ease up,
Aaron,
man. You know what I'm saying?
Aaron needed to catch a few wins.
Yeah, catch a few Z's. That's what Aaron was hearing.
Yeah.
What's up for that? What is that doing? Other than that, man, it's some news that broke yesterday that I'm very interested in because it's one of my guys. Go ahead, Luke.
All right. So, according to Prime Sports Talk, one of our sister stations, the Anthony Richardson era in Indy is ending. And I believe when I retweeted, I said there was an AR-15 era. I guess I missed it. Now, he has been with the Colts for 3 seasons. So he has been there. But per Stephen Holder, Colts beat reporter, they've given him permission to seek a trade. I don't know what the market's going to be, but in terms of quarterbacks, he's got a cheap number. I think he only makes like $5 million this year, so drop in the bucket. But after Daniel Jones took his job, and we'll get to this in Factor Cap, I believe Anthony Richardson is making a return to Factor Cap. And less than a year ago, we pondered at the fact that perhaps Daniel Jones would be the starter in Indianapolis, and lo and behold, here we are. Seeking a trade.
We are. Yeah, man.
A lot of what Louis Riddick said yesterday that, hey, I believe that for Factor Cap because I don't know what Louis is going to what he's going to come up. So with that,
no, go ahead.
Well, Louis Riddick said yesterday that he'd be a good fit for Kansas City, young quarterback, 23 years old. A guy that they seen the same thing. When Donovan McNabb, when Andy Reid had Donovan McNabb. So this guy can come over here. You see guy, he worked with Donovan McNabb. Now he's 23. Patrick Mahomes, 27, 28? I think somewhere around there. But yeah, by the time, he need to be with a quarterback.
29.
Yeah, 29.
He'll be 30.
Yeah, so.
But that's the thing is, as far as age goes, he's younger than some of the guys that just got drafted last year.
Yep. There you go.
And this is his 4th year in the league, but I would agree with Lewis in the case that he would go somewhere where there's an established starter, where they're not expecting him to play right away, and maybe in the preseason get himself a bunch of snaps. Just the whole. Patrick's not going to play much in the preseason. If the Chiefs have a veteran, that's their number 3, probably not going to need a ton of snaps. So hey, let's let AR-15 get as much under his belt as possible and see what we have here. And if something happens, you use your veteran to get yourself through a game. And then if Patrick's is hurt and is going to miss more games, then maybe you get him in there and try to see what he does under game conditions. But yeah, I would think, and not necessarily the Chiefs, but really any team that has that bona fide starter so that he really has the opportunity to just learn and really work on his craft and all the stuff that he's been missing.
And then to piggyback off that, guys, it comes to coaching. Andy Reid is a hell of a QB coach. You know what I'm saying? He
has been in the past. It's been a while. But
it's been a while, man. You know what I'm saying? That's his special. I feel like it's a specialty because he did Cobb, he did Michael Vick, McNabb. And the list goes on, man. I feel like if he was to come here and be the backup for Patrick Mahomes, which I know he is, but just think about the arm strength. He got all the abilities to be a superstar in this league, right? He just needs a good coaching.
They don't like to run Patrick Mahomes on sneak yards either. So and then his
don't run him in a sneak yard because that's where he got concussion from, man.
I'm just saying, like his contract is not that much. It's affordable. You don't have to go. Then you keep bringing in these old veteran quarterbacks. You need somebody young and grown because Patrick Mahomes, he's 23. I think that would be a perfect spot. 23, Patrick Mahomes, but going on 30 in the 30s. So you groom him to be that next starter. By the time Patrick Mahomes retired, he come in at 27, 27 or somewhere around there, then wow, you got your starting quarterback groomed into the system.
Oh, so, he'd be playing somewhere else by that time.
I'm just saying. Hold on. Well,
the idea behind the court is basically, from his perspective, is just basically how to learn the game, almost like what Malik Willis did, right?
Yep.
You go to Green Bay, all of a sudden he gets a little bit of an opportunity to play, and he shows that, hey, I'm ready. And then his future would be with another team. It would never be here in Kansas City. I mean, unless something really bad would have to happen to Patrick for that to go down. But I still say they would have to have that veteran guy in the quarterback room, because, again, if you needed somebody that had to get you through a game or something like that, I think you'd want that guy to come in for a short time before. I don't think Anthony's quite ready for that. Yeah, I honestly don't think he is.
Just put some season on the young man. Come in here, get a little season on him. Hey,
all right. So Anthony Richardson will lead us right into everybody's second favorite segment, Fact or Cap.
Hello.
I will read a series of statements pertinent to this year National Football League, the Combine, relative trades or supposed trades, and you guys can decide if that statement is either a fact or cap. A lot of BS there. So talking about Anthony Richardson, 4th overall pick, going into his 4th season, as I mentioned, and he's younger than a lot of guys that have been. I think he's only about 6 months older than Fernando Mendoza, just to give you an idea. So, I mean, he's been in the league, but he hasn't got a chance to play, and yada, yada, yada. Permission to seek a trade. We'll see if anybody makes that move, pulls that trigger. Minnesota seems to be the one where KOC, but again, you don't have that vet that's locked in. I mean, JJ McCarthy is still trying to figure it out himself. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. But it kind of reminded me of another, like, star athlete that didn't play much in college, and a very, respectable, very respected head coach in the NFL changed his mind late in the draft process, and they gave up a king's ransom to go get him at number 3. Yeah, it's Trey Lance. So the statement is this: Anthony Richardson's career will be no better than that of Trey Lance. Fact or cap?
I'll say that would be a strong cap. I see this kid, like I've been saying for the longest, I think this kid was in the wrong system. I don't like how they did him last year. You know what I mean? So I think this will be a strong cap on my end. I can see this kid turning it around. You know what I mean? Hey, he got the arm strength, he got the speed. You know what I mean? I think he's got to be in the right system to be with the right coach, right quarterback coach, and right team and right owners and GMs around him. Other than the Colts, what they got going on over there, and give this kid a shot and see what happens. What you think?
Do you have a thought on what group that would be? What coach? What system? What?
The coach's system I'll go with. Like I said, Kansas City would be the perfect fit for him. You know what I mean? 23 years old. You got a young quarterback that's coming into the building, learning behind Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, quarterback coach, and then you got a good, you got a GM that's, and an owner that, at least provides stuff for Patrick Mahomes, and you don't have to keep going to go look for, older guys. And he got the similar traits as Patrick Mahomes too, like the arm, able to run and everything else. You just got to get it together up there with him mentally and the mind. So I think Andy Reid can get it done.
What do you got, Coach?
I got cap too, and I'm gonna tell you why. I believe like you put him under a good head coach, which we stated earlier, like Andy Reid, or even from my squad, Arizona with Mike LaFleur. I think he, to me, would be a better development, a better guy suited for Mike LaFleur. I love Malik Willis. I love because he's been in the system, but I do believe that Anthony Richardson has a bigger upside than Malik. Stronger arm, bigger body. You know what I'm saying? Very athletic. He just got to get ahead in the game.
If Arizona traded for Richardson, would you see him playing anytime soon?
Definitely. I most definitely will. I think I believe in what LaFleur can do over there. I believe in that system. I believe he'll polish. I believe he'll stand out.
Would you be behind that? You'd feel comfortable if they made that move and he was the new starter?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go. Number 2. We gave you a handful of guys to keep an eye on for the first day of the combine. And it wasn't like any earth-shattering news. I mean, I'm sure everybody expected these guys to go a little nuts in Sonny Styles and Arvell Reese and David Bailey and some of the others. I thought Peter Woods might actually have something to say, but again, not so much. But Sonny Styles just exploded, right? Every physical aspect of the combine, and apparently he's nailed all the interviews and so forth. His father is a former NFL player, Super Bowl champion with the St. Louis Rams. I mean, he's kind of grown up in it, playing at Ohio State. I think it's been all over the web, and I'm sure any of you that have just searched, or not even searched because it's just thrown out there, is his high school basketball highlights are just ridiculous. But so he's a linebacker, a converted safety to linebacker. So he put on weight this year, and they're comparing his numbers are comparing to people like Calvin Johnson. And then last year, one of the gold jacket guys, Nicky Manwari, again, physical freak, and was just insane. Okay. Now, the thing is with Styles and Manwari, I mean, Sonny's game tape is so much better than Manwari's game tape was at South Carolina. But he put up these ridiculous numbers, and he also at the combine, but he was like a kind of a playmaker on occasion. But this is just something different now, and Manwari goes on to be one of the best players on the Seattle Seahawks. Copycat league, you can say whatever you want, Swiss Army knife, positionless player. Bottom line, Sonny Styles is going to go in the top 5. Fact or cap?
I have to say there'll be a top 5. I'll say there'll be cap. I don't see him going top 5. You know what I mean? Maybe top 10. You know what I mean? Maybe I can see him going to the Cowboys. You know, be the Cowboys taking him. Jerry Jones and them looking for that linebacker, and you know, Michael Parsons type of guy that, you know what I mean, he's what, 6'5". He probably can come down there and play some BN for him as well. So I just say cap on that in top 5, but I would say he would go in the top 10, top 13 maybe. So that you know, that's why I say with that. But hey, the kid combine was amazing. The vertical was up there with Calvin Johnson and all those guys, and Megatron.
Well, that's where I think he really crushed Calvin Johnson. And Calvin Johnson's vertical was only like 36 or something like that. 43 and a half. It's the highest for a guy, 240, like since whatever they've been keeping track of it. 4.46, 11'2" long jump. I don't know that he could have done any better, quite honestly.
Right.
I'm going to go fact. He's going top 5. My man is 6'4". He's 6'4", man. The way he runs, man, 6'5". Hey, don't even matter, bro. You can't find that nowhere. He's a unicorn. He's a unicorn. He's going 5, man. You can put that man anywhere in the field, in linebacker, safety, in the box, man. He can man up on tight ends. Oh, my man going top 5, bro. He's going top 5. That's a fact. And they're right, Sam. That's a fact.
Look at some of those teams up there. I mean, Tennessee, Robert Saleh,
the defensive guy.
Hey. What you have to say? What remind you of the Arizona? Who Arizona drafted?
Isaiah Simmons.
Isaiah Simmons. Would you just kind of say?
I think. Now again, I'm not going so much crazy over what he did physically. Yeah. You look at the game and it's all there. Now, on top of that, he does this, and it tells you that he can be pretty versatile. You can put him in a lot of different places. I don't know that Simmons' game tape was as good as Sonny Styles.
Right.
It probably was close, but I think defenses are playing a lot differently now. And I know it hasn't been that long ago But this is like a type of player. And again, you've got guys like Kyle Hamilton and Derwin James and Nicky Manwari lately that they're kind of chess pieces, and you can put them in a lot of different spots, and they don't have to come off the field. And the other part is from the quarterback standpoint, you don't know where he's coming from or what he's going to do.
And Luke, and that's the X factor, Luke, because you could put him anywhere.
Right.
You could put him anywhere.
Tennessee is number 3. The Jets at number 2. The Giants at number 5. You know, again, they've got a lot of great defensive players. But
hell, you put AZ. Hey, we might take him. I don't know.
The Cardinals, sure. Because the other guy now Reese, I think, is more of a define. I think he's going to be that more of a Micah Parsons type edge rusher and maybe play off the ball a little bit. But Styles can do all these other things. Now, again, it depends on how much those teams value a guy like that. That's really going to be the question, because as a bonus factor, Cap, Spags will stand on the table and demand Styles for the Chiefs. Fact or cap?
That would be a strong cap.
Really?
I had to find Spags and I had to get him a mental check.
Well, it's not a matter of what you want to do. I'm saying this is something that Spags will do.
I say that's a cap. I don't think cap.
He's going to do it.
Oh, shit. He's going to do it.
I said that'd be a cap. I don't think it. It sounds like me, dude. Lou, you coming around to be a numbers guy. Remember, you said you're not a numbers guy, so it sounds like you becoming more of a numbers guy.
Again, I will look at the stats, look at the production. You want to make sure that it's there, but I'm not going to make a decision based solely on that. And again, if you're separating one player from another, there's different things that you can look at, and as long as there's production there, you can see it. But then again, also the imagination that you have to have. So, okay, how can I deploy this guy? And Spag, this is a Spags guy. If it's not him, it's certainly Caleb Downs, his teammates. Oh, come on.
Hands down. Hey, I'm gonna say fact, he's gonna beat down that damn table. You hear me? The man, listen, he's a hell of a tackler. He can cover Hense. Yo, God Cook, man, he's up and down, man. We don't know what he is, what he could be, up and down season. We need a consistent guy.
According to Nate Taylor, he's
gone. Yeah, hell yeah. Like I think you could put him anywhere on that field because you don't know. Like you do got Nick Bolton, right? But just look at this 6'4" guy with blazing speed. Hense that can cover the field, sideline to sideline. 6 foot. That's even worse than 6'5". 6'6", 6'7". Hey, the man can jump through the roof.
This is what everybody wanted Shamari Connor
Listen. I know Hense talking about 6'5".
This guy.
I'm not saying.
Hold on. Hense talking about 6'5", 6'4". It don't matter. The man can tackle. He can cover sideline to sideline.
All I'm saying is this, man. All I'm saying is, Luke.
This is a Spags guy.
See, Lou want to start some violence today on a Friday. see what I'm saying is this, man.
What do you mean? That's kind of my MO for Friday. Come on.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this. I like the kid. You know what I mean? I said he could go to the top 13. I love the numbers. I love all that. But me, if I'm Spags, I'm banging a drum for Anthony Hill Jr. You know what I mean? That's Derek Johnson all over again. What the fuck? I'm just saying. Anthony Hill Jr. is all over again. Same size. They 6'5", same size. They're the same size. You know what I mean? He just ran a little faster.
I don't know that the pedigree is the same.
The pedigree is not the same.
I'm not looking at the numbers.
Again, I'm saying, here, just for a second, put yourself in Spags' mind, in Spags' eyes. Forget about what Hense Todd thinks.
Forget about Andy Reid's offense.
Do you think Spags would stand on the table for this guy?
I think he would stand on the table, and I'm
ready. Will.
If he do stand on the table, I'm gonna make sure the legs are loose. I'm gonna make sure the legs are loose on the table and the leg. And
Spags is going for it, man. He's gonna get his guy. Yeah, all right, last one, not nearly as violent, and I don't even know how relevant it is, but we're gonna go with it anyway because Coach is here. So you got a bunch of bunch of names out there being bandied about prospective trades. We had one go down that I think has been agreed to. The Jets are sending Jermaine Johnson to Tennessee.
Right.
Tennessee sending Tavondre Sweat to the Jets. Now, obviously, Salah's got history with Johnson. I'm sure that was a guy that he liked when he was there and said, hey, bring him along. So I don't know if that takes them out of the edge rusher market, but hey, you can never have enough guys coming off the edge rushing the passer. But anyway, that was one trade that was done. There were some other ones. I mean, over the last few weeks, we've mentioned like A.J. Brown, Max Crosby, Kyler Murray. All right. This is more of a question. I'm not gonna do fact or cap. I'm just gonna ask you straight out. Which of those three is most likely in your mind to get moved? Hense?
I think it's gonna be likely get moved. I think it'll be AJ Brown. I think AJ Brown is probably likely gonna get moved. You know, the way the stuff was going down there last year, and you know how the team was. You know, and how they talking about him now. And, you know, A.J. Brown is a great wide receiver, one that probably top 10. If you probably, you know, some people's eyes, you know what I mean? I think he's a top 10 wide receiver. I think out of all three of these guys, Max Crosby is not going nowhere. If I'm the Raiders, I'm not letting him go. And Kyler Murray, his contract is too steep for any team to probably take on. So, for me to look at it, it had to be A.J. Brown, probably the guy to be on the move.
All right, Coach.
Kyler Murray's out of here, man. Kyler Murray's out of here. They didn't did so much with Kyler Murray and for Kyler Murray. The character doesn't check over here, man. The work ethic is bad, you know, and then the up and down, like he's not really committed. So the organization, Mike LaFleur, you can see in his body language, he's tired of Kyler Murray. He hasn't even been around Kyler Murray that long to understand. You know what I'm saying?
He's already tired.
He's irritated. Monty Ossenboard, man, already like, hey, you know, we still trying to figure out who we are from the quarterback position. But Kyler Murray's out of here, man.
So if they're dead, do they send Anthony Richardson to the coach?
They might. They might though. They might. I can see it. But the thing is, Kyler Murray's out of here. I think the Raiders keep Max. I think AJ Brown could end up staying with the Eagles. You know, I'm saying I think they probably work something out. But I know Kyler Murray is definitely out of here.
Yeah. All right, gang. There you have it. This week's Fact or Cap. As always, brought to you by our friends at Underdog Fantasy Sports. Use the promo code Chiefs Blitz and play 5, get 100 in return in terms of some bonus plays. And like I said, there's opportunities within the combine to make some selections and make a few bucks. So jump in there, see what the 40 times are. Another thing.
There you go. Maybe we acapella, Lou. You went acapella real quick.
I'm always acapella. It's the long, the broad jump, the vertical, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So you know, before we jumped into Dre's between the lines, get nasty between the lines with Coach. But with that said, before we jump into that, what are y'all going to be looking, man? In the trenches? What are y'all looking for today in the combine before we switch over to Coach?
With the DBs, I'm looking for speed. I'm looking for speed from the DBs, especially safeties. I'm looking for is definitely speed. I want
to see what my tight end does. You know what I mean? Trigonometry. That's why I call him from Baylor. You know what I mean? He's looking.
You better pay attention to that whistle.
I know, because it seems like they were going to whistle on all my guys. I say, come on, man.
I think I forwarded the measurables for him, and he did. I mean, he did come in at a good height. The wingspan is amazing. Everything, the weight. I mean, all that stuff is there. So we'll see how he works out. I think the beat goes on with these Avengers from Ohio State. You got the corner Igbinozen, and then also Sonny's brother Lorenzo Jr. He'll be working out a corner. So we'll look for history. Caleb Downs is probably going to work out like insanely. Kenyon Sadiq, if he's running and doing any of that stuff, watch out. It's gonna be amazing. And then another one of Coach's guys, the safety from Toledo, McNeil Warren,
That's my guy there. That's my guy.
His numbers might rival Styles' numbers.
Yes, I agree.
Now, he's not that much different in size. I mean, he's lighter, like 20 pounds lighter, but Sonny also was a safety last year, so he put on about 20 pounds to play linebacker. So I don't be shocked that all of a sudden University of Toledo is cranking out these DBs.
Don't be shocked if Scott come out there and blow the combine away with the number from Miami.
Is Keontae, is he working out?
Yeah, he's gonna be there. He's working out as well. So
all right.
I think we lost Coach, even though he's supposed to be doing his segment. So,
well, there was a few guys I wanted to mention because it was kind of a record-setting day as a group in terms of the D line. I mean, in terms of speed, everything. It was just incredible. And the fact that Styles blew up and Reese blew up and Bailey blew up. Who were some of the other guys? Lee Hunter, the guy, the big inside tackle from Texas Tech. Yeah. They had a couple Texas Tech guys go a little crazy there. And these other guys that I'm going to mention did really well, but they've been overshadowed because it's just everything's about Styles and Reese. Yeah, so I just wanted to shout out. I mean, I know Coach had talked about him in the past. Malachi Lawrence, the defensive end from UCF. I think he was second in a lot of his measurable. So
he was, yeah.
which was really good. The gold jacket guy, Caleb Banks, for everything that he did was great. But of course, as only Caleb Banks can do, he tapped out during the drills.
He didn't tap out, sir.
Something about his shoes or whatever.
Oh my man!
Just say I'm standing on those numbers or whatever. Because if this was an isolated thing, you'd say, all right, whatever. That he did it. He had a great day. But with all the other stuff that he's carrying with him, that's mostly self-imposed. It kind of put a pall on a great, otherwise great day that he had.
It's kind of like a character check. It's like, dude, now we knew your excuses was we don't want to give effort. You need a foot to your ass. Now your shoe comes off. Now a shoe come off. Now you cool.
I'm not going to count it against him, but it just was one of those things of, well, of course he did. So anyway, but a couple other guys, a Penn State kid by the name of Zane Durant, smaller inside tackle, like 6'1" or 6'2", but he did everything really well, looked really smooth in the bag drills. And then also one of the red dot guys, Grayson Halton from Oklahoma. Had good Senior Bowl week. Yeah. Ran under 5, 4.83. 36.5 inch vertical jump.
He was smooth, man.
And I believe, what does it say? The third best ever for a defensive tackle in terms of vertical jump. So Grayson Hall representing here for the the SEC.
Hey, and he ran a 4.8. My man ran a 4.8.
Let's get ready for your between the lines and who you have for us today.
Man, we got Cassius Howell from Kansas City, Missouri, man. Cassius Howell, man, went to Rockhurst, right? It was all SEC, you know what I'm saying? Defensive player of the year. Third team, man. Third team all-pro. Third team all-pro, man. My bad, all MAC. Third team all MAC. All right. Yeah. So
he started out at Bowling Green and then transferred to A&M.
Bowling Green. But for all you Kingdom natives, for everybody in Kansas City, Missouri, he is from the town, right? Kind of got the FAU thing going. Now, I'm gonna go to the stats real quick. 31 tackles, 11 sacks, 14 tackles for a loss, and 41 pressures, right? And if you look at the tape, man, he do get nasty. The man is very versatile, man. He plays with leverage, right? But my biggest knock is his arms, man. I can't get past the arms.
Here we go.
I can't get past the Munchkin arms, man. Ever since Bane got abused.
Okay, and so if your hands aren't hanging down by your knees, all of a sudden you can't play.
Lou, I'm trying to get past it, but when I seen this dude run, it hurt my soul. I was like, I hate Bane. Anyway,
Yeah,
I
when
like
you
this
see
guy.
when you see
I like
notes,
Cassius Howell,
when you
man.
see notes like this, I mean, just there you see it. Matt Miller at 30 7/8, 30 1/4, respectively for Ruben and Cassius Howell. They have would have the shortest arms of any edge rusher drafted in the first round since 1999. So I guess there is something to it, obviously. Now, again, they've had those arms their whole lives. They figured out they figured out how to play football with those arms.
He's nasty though, Lou.
So,
Like he played with leverage. He got a good burst at the line. I love it. He's got to use more of his body, like more body control, less arms, more body control. I love it though. I love him. I just can't get past the arms though. But this is one of my guys. I do love him, man. Hopefully he can come out here and ball out better than FAU. You know what I'm saying?
The kid from Rockhurst High School here in the town. And a little story about him. He tried to apply for some of the schools out here in like KU, K-State, MU, all those guys, and they he didn't get an offer on him, so that's how he ended up at Texas A&M. But the kid is like I said, it's all about the tape, right? What's on the tape is showing that he can get to the passer at a high rate, right? At a high rate, he can get to the passer. So we can say about the arm length, they kind of look, they short, but this is college, it's a different level. What are you going to do when you go up against Trent Williams, right? What are you going to go do? You go against these guys that's monsters at these left tackles, and you can't get to them because your arms can't reach their pads. Now you can use your legs, you can use your ability,
you use leverage. You gotta get low,
but the kid has it there. You know what I mean? I can see him
strike and knock him off their ass.
Hey, listen, get up under, use duck. You got to duck, burst and duck.
And that's what he's been
duck. That's it.
That's what he's been doing, and he did good in the drills yesterday as well. Especially the I call it the figure 8 drill. What they doing? The hula hoop drill.
The hoop. Run the hoop.
And that hoop drill shows you how to run. How they be chasing the quarterback down, go, or you get behind the outskirts of the offensive lineman, and the kid did good there. Now the knock is going to be there. The arm length. Now, are you going to do that? And you see what happened to Will Johnson, right? With the offensive tackle. Every day the warning was there about the arm length, and you kind of see it, right? You kind of see that as well.
If they put hands on this dude, man, anybody with a 34 arm length, if they grab this dude, he's not doing nothing. So that's my only knock on him. Don't let him grab you. So let him grab you.
So like back in the day, you playing Nintendo, right? Your little brother tried to get the controller, but you holding his head back and he reaching for it.
Come on, man, give me a controller. Come on, man. Come on.
But he can't get it. But other than that, man, I think the kid is nasty. Like his stats are there.
He just got a good dip.
There. But are you willing to take that chance on the arm length? Now, if you just say, look, I can coach around that, maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe he can coach around it, but he showed that he can do it on the tape.
He's not even using his arms. He's using his dip. He's getting low, good burst, and he's getting lower. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he can use that from that perspective, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But don't look from using his arms, man, because he got to use something else, and he's been doing it, and he's did a great job for utilizing that. So can't knock him on that one though. But the arm length is a problem for me, but I do like him, man. The dude is very explosive.
All right, very explosive. Your next guy.
My next guy is Max from Arizona State Sun Devils. Guys, y'all didn't know he is from Nigeria, right? My man's from Nigeria. He moved over here when he was 13 years old, right? He played a little soccer. He attended King Jude Magnet High School, right? Where you play a little soccer at, right? My man got a little feet work. You know what I'm saying? He got that feet work. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it came from him playing soccer, you know. But on top of that, man, he was all Big 12 in 2025. Never missed a game the last 2 seasons with Arizona. Didn't give up no sacks either. Arm length of 34.5. That's phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? We talking about Will Campbell. That right there is phenomenal by itself. And we seen what he did in the Senior Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of my guys. He's one of my first round, second round guy, man. He's one of them ones you be like, why'd he get him? But I know why. Now y'all know why. My man just a stud, man. I love him. I love him, man. Because like I said, feet work is great. He got good length, good upper body strength. I'm all for him, man.
Is he nasty, coach? Is he a nasty old lineman?
He's freak nasty, Lou. He's freak nasty.
That's what we like.
So here's the thing. If y'all notice, he roughed up a lot of feathers in the Senior Bowl. He ruffled up a lot of feathers in the Senior Bowl, man. A lot of these guys are getting checked.
Is that David Bailey? Is that David Bailey?
That's David Bailey right here, guys.
I mean, that's one of the top pass rushers that he.
Look at him though.
He's holding up there, you know.
Lou, is what the eyes can see. Lou, Bailey ain't touching him.
Well, somebody got him.
Somebody got look.
Right there. Is that Bailey going to the ground? I'm just saying.
Mano. He's handling his business. So, hey, Bailey's one of the best defensive ends coming out this draft. And my man was putting hands and feet on him. My man was very aggressive. He was a gorilla out there. So this is why I say Max is the guy. For me, my favorite tackle coming out the draft.
Yeah, there aren't any. I guess if there is such a thing, can't miss tackles. There's a lot of guys that I think
Dane.
They're looking at as more right tackles, and some guys playing guard. So I think I don't know how much of a difference there is between the guys that are going to get taken in the top 15 and say from 15 on. So again, I can certainly see this kid, being effective and being a good pro. But just looking at him, just look at him, his feet work, man. It's like he got quick feet too. Quick feet, good arms, man. And that's all you want from a tackle, guys. That's all you want from a tackle. So he's one of my guys, man.
And speaking of the guys, man, we're gonna get into the we kind of already went over some of them, but we missed one of them, and we missed two. Caleb Banks and Malachi Lawrence.
You don't listen when I speak. I
you did go Sonny Styles.
We did tap on Banks and him, the fact that he had a great day until he tapped out
until his shoe came off.
And Malachi he was like second in just about everything. So he had an amazing day. But again, it gets overshadowed because of the Avengers from Ohio State, which is still
Ohio State. Whoever coaching these guys up, man,
Matt Patricia was sitting in the stands like a proud father, saying like, "Oh my God, they're so good."
Hey, why is the Ohio prospects are so good though? It's like every year, it's like. That's great, coach. That's a great organization.
Well, you think what's his name? Elko was there from Texas A&M. They've got 13 guys there, so they have the most. And he looked like he was kind of crowing. But then when they're showing Patricia, and it's like this is no contest. Now Ryan, I don't know if Ryan Day was there or not, but no, it's Ohio State, of course. If you look at the guys that come from Texas or Georgia or Alabama, they got a lot of good players.
Exactly.
Well, on Caleb Banks, let's hear what he said about our own Chris Jones at his interview with
big man.
Yeah, Chris Jones for sure. The athleticism that he has. It's how he carries himself, you know what I mean? He's a dog, you know what I mean? I feel like we kind of have similar traits. I'm not there all the way yet, but once I reach my, the higher my ceiling and be able to go out there and, do what I do, I definitely feel like I pass him up a little bit, you know what I mean? So
you heard that, Chris. Chris, you watch, he coming for you.
But there are a lot of 6'6", 330 guys that you can.
No, there's not a lot of guys, and that's what makes him impressive is the fact that he has this size, but then he can win with power.
Right.
He can two-gap. He can penetrate gaps in terms of different schemes, and that's what makes him good enough to play all the way across. We've seen him play all across the defense.
I definitely have the Chris Jones for sure. Athleticism that he has.
He said, "I'll run through a face," and that's what I like about this kid, man. This kid is like I said, I feel like I said, if Love's not there, if one of the wide receivers not there, and and Banks is between the Banks and the pass rushers, I'm taking Banks. I'm taking Banks all day. You put him next to Chris Jones. You let those two guys eat in the middle. Then you don't have to worry about your pass rushers because you got these two monsters is coming up the middle and is getting things done. Both of them, the similar, same side. So, you put him with next to Chris Jones, that would be nasty, man. that would be nasty. And hey, the numbers are there. I know Lou said he needs a little slap in the face or this or that, but I think
maybe they hire somebody to just
hire a coach
and just
stay on task.
Talk trash to him, because I think that honestly that it seemed like that's what it took at the Senior Bowl, because somebody or something really kind of pissed him off, and he went, and it seemed like for about the next 10 minutes he was unstoppable. But then when that wore off, he kind of,
the super soldier syndrome wore off.
The pad level comes up. He's kind of dancing with people instead of running through their mofo's face.
Kathy, what are you talking about? At least his junk stayed in. Kathy, what are you saying?
But again, Caleb Banks, he ran a 5.5 40-yard dash, 6'6", 327 pounds. Like, he had the best wingspan since 1999, and since the D tackle speed. Hey, like he said, the kid is there. I've been on this kid since the draft and everything.
Well, the talent is unquestionable. Mm-hmm. The body of work, you'd like to see it be more consistent. And just a little more of it on top of that. So that's going to be the thing that he's going to have to convince these teams that he is going to go all out, and it's not going to take somebody getting under his skin just to do it.
You gotta basically pick on him. You gotta basically pick on Banks, man. Make him mad, get him going.
I don't know if that's true. That's what Lou's saying. I ain't seen that from the kid. I know what I seen on the tape. I didn't see that from the kid. I seen the kid come out there.
Banks, you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be in the kingdom, Banks. What'd you say to me?
What you say to me?
You had partial 3 games to watch this past season.
Yeah, 3 good games.
So it's hard. I don't. It's not me saying it. That's what's happened, and we saw it again at the Senior Bowl. I mean, it's not.
He just needs a spark, though, bro.
I don't think any of that is in question. I don't think it's like just some rumors or anything like that. There's too many. There's too many people that rumors. They're not rumors. Like people that are close to the league and scouts that are saying these things. So.
Hey, they said the same thing about Josh Simmons, and until he fell to the Chiefs. Maybe they don't want nobody drafting him because people put out rumors out there for players.
How many games did he miss due to non-injury?
I don't know, but they said.
Well, you're bringing up his name. We're talking about Josh Simmons, and all of a sudden he missed 6 games, and we still don't know why.
Banks is that guy. I'm just saying, Banks is that guy, and I feel like he got sick. Put him next to Chris Jones.
We're not disagreeing with any of that, Hense. He's got. I mean, there's not many 6'6", 330-pound guys that can do the stuff that he does. It's just that. When is he going to feel like it, right? I mean,
I don't think so, man. Like the kid,
when he's going to show the promise? When he's going to show the promise?
I got the message from him yesterday. He said, "Thanks."
He has shown the promise, Coach. He hasn't shown the consistency.
But like the kid is great.
Hey, as long as as long as you shine that Todd whistle, you're going to get all the love in the world, right?
I feel like he's great.
So basically, what I'm saying is this. And I agree, Bo, but I do believe his upside, Bo. Hey, Lou, it's the consistency of him. Like every time I hear this dude, it's like you gotta slap him on. You gotta slap him on his ass to get this man going. You know what I'm saying?
What they said, guys. If I had to choose between him and Ruben Bain, I'm choosing Banks.
We know who you're choosing.
Ruben Bain,
we would like to see some evidence that he's
Ruben Bain ain't that guy. Ruben Bain shows up when Massador next to him. Massador led the team in sacks last year. Everybody wants to say Ruben Bain.
Because Bain was on the other side.
No, Bain ain't showed up in 6 games. Bain didn't have no games.
Did you watch the playoffs? Did you watch the playoffs?
I'm gonna have to disagree with that with Ruben Bain.
I'll just say
Ruben Bain was a menace, bro.
Yes, he is. I bet he is a menace with little knuckles. But I'm just saying like that. But I feel like if Ruben Bain come out here, he didn't show up for 6 games, guys. 6 games. Let that sink in. He didn't show up for 6 games. No
what do you
sacks.
mean he didn't? What do you mean he didn't show up?
No sacks in 6 games.
He was there. He
no
played.
Sacks in 6 games.
Presence
So
was met.
like,
Okay,
hey,
well, again, if
presence
you're
was
gonna
met.
get, if you're gonna get caught up in stats, how many sacks did Caleb Banks have last year?
Ruben Bain is not that guy.
Caleb Banks literally didn't show up, wasn't even on the field for 10 games.
Hey, facts is facts. Lou speaking facts though. Like, did he show up? Did he show up? We don't know what Banks is.
Ruben Bain didn't show up. Ruben Bain didn't show up for 6 games, guys, with his little arm.
Bain showed up.
All right, so wait a second. Time out. So Ruben Bain played for the national championship last year, kind of led his team defensively to the national championship game. Hold on. No,
Notre Dame got snubbed. That's why they got it.
We let you spew all these half truths. So now, Caleb, and you're saying he didn't show up for 6 games, didn't have a sack. In the 10 games that Caleb Banks stood on the sideline, I had as many sacks as Caleb Banks did. Okay, so he didn't show up. He didn't even play.
He was hurt.
Oh my God. Okay, so
his shoe came off. He said, "Nope, can't play because my shoe." I want to show him because my shoe wasn't the right shoe size. If you look at it, man, you all Banks, bro. You all Caleb Banks.
The Chiefs are all Banks too. No one. Chris Jones is rooting for Banks. I'm just saying, everybody's rooting for Banks. Everybody want him in the Kings.
Well, sure. Everybody in Florida, his family, his friends, everybody. If that's everybody, every's rooting for him. So that's great. He has everything you would want. We still have. He hasn't.
He has bigger arms. He got more. His arm length is bigger than his Bangs' body. His arm length is Bangs' body. Right. Bangs out here with these little tiny alligator arms.
We don't have to ask if Ruben Bain is going to show up every week and play like a dog.
He had the better pass rusher on the other side of him. He had the better pass rusher on the other side of him.
That's your take, bro. You feel like
Ruben Bain didn't show up. Ruben Bain
showed up big in the national championship.
Where did he show up? Did they win?
He showed up, bro.
Did they win?
He took Mendoza off his block. He would chase them in off his block.
I'm just saying. But one guy that showed up, you know what I mean? That's why Ruben Bain. If Ruben Bain, you knew that you was gonna come in here, right, Luke? If you knew you was gonna come in with everybody gonna know they're gonna attack your arm length, right? Would you not did the drills, right? To say, okay, this is how I'm gonna dominate, even though I didn't do the drills, I can dominate here. This is why he didn't do none of that. He didn't do none of that. He think that his stock is gonna fall because of T-Rex arms, and while his stock is falling, Malachi Lawrence from Dre, other guy is showing up on the board. Those type of guys went out there and dominated. So
I don't think he is. I don't think many of the guys, and I mean, we'll see if any of the other Miami guys work out or I don't know. There aren't many from Indiana there outside of Mendoza, and I think
Caleb Banks was injured, like they said in the chat.
Well, yeah, he was, and I get that, and nobody's disputing the talent level or what we think he should be able to do at the next level. It's just
you said the talent level. You said he got to get smacked. You said he got to get smacked.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. I don't think. Well, hey, if that's what it takes. And they have somebody on the team that's willing to be that guy. Word, Luke. Then go for it.
I'll mess with you.
What I'm saying is the teams that participated in the college football playoff that played all the way through the middle of January, those kids really didn't have a long opportunity to train for a lot of these events. So that's why you're seeing a lot of these guys saying they're going to put it off till their pro day. So we'll see what happens at the pro day and whatever. But I think those, for the most part, a lot of them just have as much game film out there, and they're feeling like, hey, I can stand on this, and then I'll do the measurable stuff at the pro day because I'm not at Exos or one of these other gyms training with professionals to run a fast 40 or to jump a little bit higher.
Somebody, Zion Young didn't run the 40. Why Zion Young didn't run the 40?
He said he was injured. It's measured himself, sir. Who's
that? Zion Young?
That's Banks, sir.
Hey, why Zion?
Why don't you just read it? Hense is just.
I just said he said he was injured.
Well, yeah.
Why Zion Young didn't run? Why Zion Young didn't run in the 40? You can break that down for me, Bo. Why Zion Young didn't run in the 40?
Again, it's not that big a deal that they didn't. I just think for some of these guys that did work out.
Don't try to say that Nick pick off what Lou just said. You tell me because you make all the excuses for Banks.
No, I'm just saying, like, I just said, like, if you came in, you knowing your arms was going to be short, you knew that was going to be a big thing. You know, there was going to be a big knock on you. Why didn't you just, if I knew that there was going to be a big knock on me, I would perform in everything else and say, this is what you do.
Well,
even though, because some coaches, some GM are not going to look at the tape and say, this is the tape. Some of them probably say, I want to see what the measurements is and this and this and that. He's not going to fit our scheme.
Well, my thought is on that is that his agents probably did their job and found out that, what if there's teams in the top 10 that they feel that there's 2 or 3 that will take him.
Yeah.
They don't care about the teams that are afraid of his arm length. So it doesn't matter. His arms aren't going to get any longer. It is what it is. And I think the reason they didn't work out again is because they played well into January and haven't been training for the last 8 weeks. So anyway, I'm not that concerned with those pieces of it because, again, if he hadn't played this year or was injured all season or there was question marks about his love for the game or anything like that or competing, then hey, maybe that's a red flag. But he checks all those boxes, so there's no really need to do it.
All right, let's get back to the first day.
But he will do it at his pro day.
It's one guy that showed up that Dre talked about on the show most of the time. So what do you have to say about him, Coach?
Malachi Lawrence.
Yeah, that's the guy on the screen, man.
Malachi Lawrence from UCF, man. He went out there, man. A lot of people didn't give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else we talked about, he shows up. He shows up and doubled down with his 4.5. You know what I'm saying? He doubled down with it. You know what I'm saying? He was the guy that, people was like, oh, his stock rose up. Even in the drills, his stock was rising up. You know what I'm saying? So it's another guy, man. It's like,
do you guys have some kind of meter that shows that? I keep hearing that from people. This guy's stock is up and whatever.
That's what they said.
Is there somewhere I can go like buy the stock for that guy?
Oh man,
it's going up. I want to buy it.
You got to talk to NFL. You got to talk to NFL Network, man. NFL Network, man.
Maybe underdog.
Underdog has it on there. The stock price.
Go to underdog and try to buy low. Right, buy low, sell high. Right.
Yeah,
it's just hey, look, just depends. Your ass is out there.
But that's a guy that.
Yeah, man.
Tell us more, Drake. Tell us more. What more you want to know? You your guy.
No. It ain't about what tell him more because your guy played like straight doodle wire. His own half of season stats.
Let's get it straight. Nobody played yesterday, so let's relax. He showed his
They'll tell us more about him, dude.
We talking about the stats that was on the combine, sir.
So he showed his athleticism, right?
Tell us more about
because a lot of times you watch these guys on tape and it looks great, but then all of a sudden they back it up with these numbers. Because if the guy jumps really high, he's got a lot of burst.
Where is he from, Drake?
In his behind. If he runs really fast, obviously he can chase down a quarterback.
Where's Banks from, bro? Where's
your boy Banks from, bro? We want to know more about him.
No, we talking about combine. We talking about
combine.
Right?
Where is he from? Like, tell us more about
combine. UCF. We talking about combine.
What's his height and size? What's his height and size?
We talking about combine, man. What?
Oh my God, everybody.
Don't go. Oh my God, maybe because your boy got exposed. Don't go. Oh my, because your boy got exposed.
Oh, we want to know what's his height and size.
Your boy got exposed.
What does he bring to the team?
All I'm saying is this. I said the man wearing the 4-5, man. He played phenomenal on the edge, man. He got good bursts. He's very violent with his hands, and he was an outstanding candidate, man. An outstanding guy coming out of UCF. The man's phenomenal. I think about 6'2", 6'3", something like that, around that range, man. But he's very explosive. Very explosive. Yeah. Do you want something else, though, Bo? Do you want something else? How about Banks? Where Banks from? What do we eat? What do Banks eat?
That's what people tune in for, man.
Whatever.
Banks eats whatever he wants.
Banks need work on his diet. We need to work on.
Wow. The man came in shape. He came in
right. So he's probably, I mean, as far as in this draft, he would be kind of like the closest thing to Chris Jones that is there. Yeah. So everything about him kind of screams at you to say that this could be a guy that would fit in with what the Chiefs need. Again, it'll come down to how he did in those meetings, because I would imagine they would ask him questions about these certain things that have come up, that have came up at the Senior Bowl, that came up at Florida and everything else. So if he has good responses and believable responses, or just kind of takes ownership of it and takes responsibility for it and shows some accountability, now all of a sudden, maybe you look at him a little bit differently. But there's always questions until you get into that space with that dude. So because the on the field stuff, when he's on the field, I don't think, I mean, outside of maybe taking some plays off, when he's on, he's pretty damn good.
When he's consistent, he's good. You know what I'm saying? We need consistency from that young man. You know what I'm saying? So,
but yeah, Malachi Lawrence, I think about 6'2".
6'4". He's 6'4". Yeah, 6'4", 7 sacks.
He grew in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, he grew. Yeah. He's 6'4". He's 6'4", 22.
You know what I mean? But
7 sack guy.
He has 7 sacks. You know what I mean? He probably would go in. His stock. A lot of people have him in a fourth. You know what I mean? A fourth round, maybe his stock could rise up to the third or the second. There's
a lot of good DNs. I mean, again,
I think we were
saying last week, there wasn't. I mean, there isn't. I don't know if there is like a Myles Garrett type or somebody like that, but there's about 15 or 20 guys that are definite starters in the NFL.
You think Bailey is like a day one starter?
That's a big group. Depending on where he goes, and if he goes where we think he is, either like the Jets or the Titans, the Cardinals, absolutely.
So if you look at Bailey, Texas, they play. I believe they play a 4-3. I think they play a 4-3 in defense. So
there's another guy that had it. I'm sorry to interrupt, but another guy had a good day yesterday that got overshadowed is Jacob Rodriguez, the middle linebacker.
Oh,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
He showed some athleticism that maybe you didn't think was there, but he's backed up all the awards that he won, and like he could arguably could have been a Heisman type guy.
He could definitely. I could see him going first round. I could see him definitely going first.
That might be tough. I don't know about first.
Because Luke Kuechly went what round? What round?
Well, I think Luke was another. That's a whole other ball game. I mean, he was a first, and the game was different then too, where those off the ball linebackers would go higher. I think if you go back, Derek Johnson was a top 12 or 15 pick. And there've been others, but I think that the guys that I think are moving up in this NFL are guys like we talked about, Styles and Hamilton and Derwin James, guys that you can use in many different ways.
Yeah.
And it's not so much that kind of middle of the field thumper.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Rodriguez impressed me. Rodriguez impressed me.
Rodriguez always impressed me all season. That Texas Tech defense was already impressive by itself, man. Yeah. From how, man, you had what's that guy that came out yesterday? The animated guy, man. What's his name? Lou, the defensive tackle.
Hill in the middle, and then Height was the other edge rusher. I thought he ran well and did the one
that got good character. Everybody loved his character, man. He's the damn, I forgot to do. forgot what his name was, man. The
Lee
defensive
Hill.
tackle, man. Lee Hill, right? The one with the afro, right? The one with the afro, the one that's making
I don't know how much he weighs. Well over 300 pounds. I think he ran like 5'1", and he was like, yeah, that's pretty good for a guy this heavy.
The thing I'm trying to say is this: that whole Texas Tech defense is raw, man. Like you can say Bailey did, you take Rodriguez from the linebacker, right? I'm trying to get his name right. How like. If you look at that defense, man, just by itself, man, it's phenomenal. But what I'm saying is this: how good that defense is. Can Bailey match the production going into the league? You know what I'm saying? Is he that guy that can really take on an offensive line?
And he did all the drills yesterday. He's the only one that actually finished and did all the drills.
Yeah.
Styles was a linebacker, but he did them all. I think Reese did them all. I don't know if Reese jumped. I don't know if he did any of the jumps. But anyway, no, I think Bailey has every opportunity to be really good. I mean, I think he could. I wouldn't be shocked if he got like 8 to 10 sacks his first year.
So what do you think Malachi Lawrence would fit Spag schemes, Coach?
Oh, absolutely. Man, yes. Like I said, he's 6'4". He got the 6'4", and he's very explosive, right? So let's be frank, guys. We really don't have that in the kingdom. Somebody of that size and that explosive coming off the edge, we really don't. I can tell you for a fact that he will be an amazing fit for Spags. And the guy Lou is Lee Hunter. My bad. I think you said his name too.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure Lee Hunter.
Lee Hunter.
That guy right there can fit Spags defense. Spag defense.
He got little legs, man. He got little legs. Now I watched him yesterday. I was like, man, he got to work on his lower body strength. You know what I mean? For me, to what I've seen, you know what I mean.
But he got your characteristics and what you want from a guy, right? He got energy. He talk shit. He talk a lot of shit. And he said, I talk shit to get people to get me fired up to see who am I against him.
You know what you remind me of? Colin Sanders. Colin Sanders, wherever his name was here with the for the Kansas City Chiefs, went on to play with the Saints. That's what he remind me of, his playing style.
Yeah, man.
You know, so I kind of see that in him. I don't know if they're the same size. I think Colin Sanders is a little shorter than maybe 6'1", 6'2", around there. But no. So yeah, I think.
Well, he's going to be a little different.
He's about 6'4" too.
I know you like to. I know that you like to compare everybody to one of the gold jackets, and I would imagine you're thinking about Banks. They're incomparable. I mean,
I didn't say nothing.
You don't have to say anything anymore, Hense. We know what you're saying. You don't have to say it out loud. The thought that I can see the thought bubble over your head.
The leg is very small.
But he's more. I think he would be more. I think he's more the run stuffer than pass rusher, right?
We know all around guy. We don't need that.
So that's a little bit different. Well, they could use some some guys stopping the run too. Which would be good.
I like Hunter's character, man.
So he love football. Would you say Hunter can play all the because Spags like to move Chris Jones and everybody around? You think
Chris
Hunter
likes to move Chris around for sure?
Chris likes to move around. Do you think he can play all the positions on the D line?
No, I think he's just.
Well, that's why you don't need him. That's why you need Banks, because Banks played all position on the D line. Yeah. He played DN. He played play inside. No, he played all of them. So hey, if I'm the Kansas City Chiefs.
So now after we just talked about that guy, what's the first thing out of his mouth? Exactly what I told you he was thinking. I mean, it just
hey. Hold on. Y'all talk about your red box.
He truly didn't give a crap about what you wanted to say about Hunter. It was just going to be.
He was like, "Is he really up here with Banks
in this conversation?"
Yep. No, I like Hunter. I do. I really do. But I'm just saying. We as
different type of player, different type of player, and from what I've seen, I think he probably need to work on his lower legs a little more.
I think Bailey will fit if Bailey and Chris Jones. I can see Bailey come right on in, man, and impact the game immediately because of Chris Jones and the speed and the how phenomenal Bailey is on that edge. He can play inside, he can play outside.
Right.
He's very fast.
See, to me, Bailey's a little bit more athletic Frank Clark.
Well, Nah, that would have. I had to put Frank Clark with my boy, man. But he didn't run. He didn't run the 40. So, hey, my guy from Mizzou, Zayon, he didn't run the 40. So I had to put Frank Clark around that. I had to put Frank Clark there. If you watch, I'm gonna send you the interview that he did with somebody, and that man was just cussing up a storm.
Clark.
He said, "Look, I'm talking about Zion." He was he was like, "Look, I'm gonna be myself at this interview. You know what I mean? If y'all don't like it, this is I'm gonna be myself." And he was just cussing up a storm, man.
Not gonna get on national TV a whole lot then, right?
He's not gonna get on national.
He's just got a bunch of beep beep football beep. Football.
That's all you heard was
football beep.
But other than that, man, the combine's about to kick off 3:00.
Already did. My God, I'm missing it. What's going on?
So with that said, guys, we're going to get in there to watch out to see what else the other guys are bringing today.
We already missed the first round, the first half of it already.
So over the weekend,
we can rewind.
Over the weekend, you got receivers, the edge or the skill positions, quarterbacks are going on Saturday. So I've seen some interviews with Lemon and with Tyson and Tate. Haven't seen anything with Boston yet, so maybe he just kind of keeping to himself. But any one of those three guys I thought were very well spoken. I mean, that part of it, I think they have, and you get a sense that the guys really get it. We'll see how they do, testing wise, but they all, had great years and great careers at their respective schools. And I think the Chiefs would be satisfied with any one of those three guys.
Hey, Casey was like, Casey and Casey makes sense to me. That's what he
Casey said. Concepcion.
Yeah, he said Casey
Concepcion.
He's a little
Casey Colosso.
Who somebody was saying, I think it was Mitch. He said, "Yeah, I want to see him next to Royals in the locker room."
Malik Muhammad ran a 4.4, man. That's a DB from Texas.
Royals, yeah.
So with that said, guys, we'll see you guys on Monday. We're gonna break down some more of this stuff, or unless me and Coach come on, because I was thinking about driving down to see Jeremiah Love and Young. It's only 6 hours away from here. So. Jeremiah Love. So so I will see if I'll let you guys know.
The Todd private jet not ready. What are we doing?
It ain't much long. It ain't much of a drive. So with that said, guys, have a good weekend. Stay safe and hey, always deposit it where? Always deposit your love and money into the bank.
Loyal to the team, every victory we slay. Chiefs Blitz podcast with a real fans unite. Every touchdown score, we ignite the night. From tailgate chatter to post game debate, we love our Chiefs, yeah, it's never too late.